just to quickly recap the day one of the Gita, I'm just going to scroll through quickly. So if you can read, and then we'll have a quick discussion, okay? Okay, let's get back to the beginning quickly. So basically, in this chapter, this is the context is war has been declared, and the army of Kauravas, the 100 brothers, is on one side, and the Pandavas, the 5 brothers, is on the other side. Uh, the Kauravas are the sons of Dhrtrashtra, whom Sanjay is giving a live telecast, a live radio commentary or audio commentary to him, because he has some the power to see it. So he tells him that, okay, these guys are assembled on the eager to fight, and then so Dhrtrashtra asks him to narrate what is happening, and it's interesting that he describes all the different warriors and teachers and everybody, and also praises them a lot. And then the formations, it describes briefly the formation of it, how Bhishma is protected, etc. And the war cry was through the conch, blowing of the conch and all those musical different things. So just like a Hollywood music track, how we hear the battle cry. So that they had some musicians there ready to hype up the tempo of the people. And then both sides. So Bhishma starts with his conch, and then Krishna also. And there are meaning of this Panchajanya has a different significance, and Gurudev speaks about it in his commentary. We don't have time to go over it here, but it's symbolic. All the names of conches are also symbolic of various qualities of the people who have it. Then they go on to describe this side of the army, which is the Pandava side. So actually, Duryodhan is in between, asking that, okay, and he makes a comment that, we have so big army, but still it is not sufficient. Aparyaptam tadasmakam. See, this is very interesting. Duryodhan says, "Oh, see, we have so much, but it is not enough, and they have so little, but still it is enough." So that discontent is Duryodhan's problem. That's what draws him. The lack is what draws him to the lack of righteousness. So anyway, then it comes to Arjun. And Arjun requests Krishna to put his chariot in. So Krishna has offered to be the charioteer for Arjun. So he says, please put my chariot in middle of the two armies, so that I can observe and make some judgment, or make some have some idea of what is the formation, who all have come, and what do we need to do, how do I engage. So then Sanjay says that so Krishna took the chariot and put it in the middle of the battlefield, and told Arjun that look at this mighty formations here. Now we are in the middle. So Arjun is right in the middle, and he sees all these people, his relatives, uncles, teachers, and he gets terrified. He's like, suddenly it strikes him that, oh, these people will die, and on both sides people are my own friends and family whom I have to fight, and they're going to die. And then suddenly it struck him. So he says, look, I just cannot fight. This is too much for me. So and his body is shivering, and he's like, he doesn't see a point. He's like, what's the point of doing all this? What is the use of all this when I lose all my friends and family, and I have to kill them for this? Even though they are on the side of the wrong, still, if I kill them, then it destroys the whole social order. Like the whole varna means like so different professions, or the different professional inclinations people have, that is called a varna, incorrectly translated as caste. It says, in any war-torn region, when people die, the family structures get affected because there are widows, and it's the balance is in a disarray, like you can see in any of the war-torn regions, and then that leads to barbaric behavior by the people, and that destroys the values, and then the social structure. And when that is not present, it destroys the culture on a long run. So that is what he's saying here, and the traditions and the values, the culture will disappear and get corrupted if it is not if war is war happens, and war cannot be avoided. Then this is what is the consequence. So he sees the consequence, which all sounds very justified and legitimate. He says, yeah, this is the consequence, and all these evils. I don't want to engage in this. That's what he's saying. So how can we proceed with this? We are smart people. How can we? Gurudev says war is the worst act of reason. So it suddenly strikes this guy like, hey, do we really have to do this? This is too much. So maybe I just give up and maybe let them kill me. So he forgets his mission. He forgets that what he's here for. And he's like, okay, the emotion has overpowered the reason at this point. And Arjun is agitated and emotional because he doesn't know Kriya or meditation, nothing. So he doesn't know what to do. So he just sits there. And that is where it's left. It's on a cliffhanger. That's chapter 1 of the Gita. It is called Arjun Vishad Yog, means the sorrow, the grief of Arjun. That is the first chapter right there. Okay? All right. And it's reflective. Gurudev says each chapter of the Gita is reflective of our situation in life. At some point or other, we have faced things like this, where there are dilemmas, confusion, wanting to run away from responsibility, knowing fully well, having taken it up in full awareness, but then when push comes to shove, suddenly you realize, oh my God, either through fear or because of greed or because of emotional attachment or whatever reason, you just get paralyzed and not able to act or not able to do anything. And that is where Arjun was. And that is where then Krishna will start speaking. So that is the first chapter of the Gita. So it's worth pondering on. So, okay, how is this situation relevant? Like, what are the situations in life where this happens to us? And where everything we justify our stance very well. We think, or the emotion has overpowered the reason, and it's like, okay, it completely seems justified to be paralyzed, to be inactive. So it's worth reflecting on those situations too, and put in the frame of Arjun. We have been in that frame, to recollect those instances that can help receive the next chapter a little better.